Please meditate. As a chanting Tibetan, so gives time to meditate. And the birds, what the Buddha has taught, under the Vajrakata Sutta. Sorry to mention this. So yesterday I described the tails, the fourth eye. It's mirror labeled by your mind in the first second, the second of that. Then it appears, it has to appear to your mind, but your mind is a hallucinant mind. You haven't abandoned, you haven't totally ceased the ignorance and the seed of the ignorance, imprint. So because that, from the imprint, from the seed, from the imprint, then project the hallucination, the real one, truly existent, existing from its own side, existing by nature, real one, in ordinary language, the real one. So I exist in the mere name. That's the reality. That's how it happened the first second. But the second of that, when I appear back to our hallucinant mind, it's if your mind is a Buddha, omniscient mind, completely clear, so purify mind, the distinct obscuration and obscuration of the fallen mind, and the true obscurations are fully purified. And then there's nothing project hallucination, there's nothing which produce hallucination. So you see, there's no dualist mind projecting dualist view. And so like that. So there's no ignorance. There's no even the imprint of the ignorance is not there, which project the true existence or the real one. You see, appearing real, or that one. So appearing I real from that, or that projection from the negative imprint, because the imprint purified, so there's nothing will project that. So there's no I appearing real. There's no I appearing from appearing real, which means from its own side. There's no false I appearing to our hallucinatory mind at all, because your only your mind is totally purified. As transcendental wisdom Dhammakaya. Then you see the true obscurity, true temporary obscurations are purified. Or nothing to project hallucination. So the I, even though the I appear to you, but it appears immediately labeled by mind, as it happened in the first second. But as long as not such the imprints are not purified, so as long as they are not purified, we have this hallucination. So even the compassion trolls and the great compassion trolls and even the bodhicitta has this because the hallucinant or it has this appearance wrong or false. This truly existing from scientists by nature is the real, appearing real. Even though even ordinary bodhisattva, special high bodhisattva with the direct perception of emptiness, only see directly, but there's appearance during the not equal meditation, but break times. The jetto, you see, so the break times, and then there's there's hallucinatory view, yes. So they are hallucinant mind, even those things. So that is Juma. That Juma. True Tao, the Juma illusion. Like that. Form, sound, smell, taste, tangible object, whole entire phenomena like that to appear to us, to like us, like me, like us, so like that you see there appear everything real from there, everything real. So everything is like Juma, everything. You see now here is a loss of I said lots of wasn't changes said that I give the place here, place everything is something, floor and the roof and the lights and the holy objects, everything real from there. and then you are real, and this is crazy Lama Saba real, you know? You understand? Crazy Lama Saba, you know, real, so everything real, this bell real, and sorry. So all these lights, especially look at the lights, real from there, there's the lights. Especially look at the bright light, very good example. And Gaksha. So like Juma, all this. Oh, like that. Like the eye, I explained yesterday. Oh, should look at the extent, you know, look at the whole thing like that, like the eye explained yesterday. Then you understand. Then you go back to home, it's all completely like that. Wow. Your bathroom, your bedroom, your kitchen, your house, your job, your office, your car, you know, the sky, road, and you go shopping there, you know, your money, real money, in a real shop, real shopkeeper, and real supermarket, you know, because I heard in Switzerland 100 different cheese, 100 different, but when I saw in America 30, 60 or 30 different cheese. And so anyway, in supermarket, so that's real. You see, it's how to describe the eye yesterday. You understand? Exactly. Everything like that. So like illusion. You can see now. What the Buddha explained in his teaching is that, that's the cancer we call a margin, red. And the other expression, margin. You know, this, you know, real, you know, introducing, expressing. You understand how incredible, how the Buddha teachings, wow. You cannot, it's incredible. So Buddha, that's why he's able to liberate numberless sentient beings from the oceans of some type of suffering, liberated from death, cycle of death, in the old age, sickness, death. He was able to liberate. You understand? Then other religion doesn't talk much about death and about rebirth, hardly anything. Ooh, damn. So I'm just, maybe I don't understand, but because I haven't studied all the religion. But generally, you see, Buddhism is the only one has so much special tantra. Oh, that rebirth, so details. They need to learn. So important to stop that. You don't want to die, so you must learn about that. You don't want to die, you must learn about that, about reincarnation. You must learn. You must learn the mind. So it's the most important subject to learn about mind. So then you understand all the rest. If you don't understand mind, then you don't understand the other things. Lost by that. Sorry. So my talk, like child talking, you know, like that. So it's like that. It's incredible what Buddha is teaching, even these few words. You see, to meditate. Wow! It's unbelievable, clear, unbelievable depth. You understand? It's incredible, going right through. What is the fault, what is the right, what is wrong? You see, it describes so clearly what is the right, what is the wrong view, right. Oh, you see? That you need to understand. So, yeah. You need to understand. So the Khazar must tell this story. Learning Buddhism, you see, even you're not practicing, to learn about Buddhism, so beneficial to your mind, to your life. Oh, larger life. Larger, not only this life, larger life. And then you see, to be free from oceans of samsara suffering, and achieve the full peerless happiness, total elimination of obscuration, completion of realization. Wow. The ultimate that. So they can sort of, so, as I just want to tell this. We have one Gabon boy monk. When he was a monk at Gabon, he was one of the best students. Well, for learning, I can't say best by practice. No, best by practice. No, best by learning. Learning, good to learn, intelligent. In that case. So even his teacher, even their teacher, we have a Geshe Chamba Gyatso. He's Lama's same class. Lama is the same class. He was the leader of the class, Baksa. He was the leader of the Lama Yeshe's class, Vinaya class. So he was Gabon for many years teaching Dharma, philosophy to our monks. So one day, in the class, there was one Tibetan man. No, he was not teaching Dharma. He was, I don't know what he was teaching, history or probably something to do with grammar or something. But he was a very good speaker, the man. I don't understand, but the layperson. Was not teaching Dharma, but he was a very good speaker. So even the elder boys, even the elder monks, they go to listen to him during his class. So I didn't go, I forgot, I don't remember his name. So he's a very good speaker. So even though elder monks, demonstrate and the elder, they go to listen to his talk. So, the way he talks is very inspiring. So, Sri Shadow, also told Geshe Majas is one of the main teachers teaching philosophy, but of course known as learned in Baksa. The Lama is the same class, the leader of the class. So he told Geshe Majas, you don't know how to teach Dharma. He told the outside. He told Geshe Majas, you don't know how to teach Dharma, he said. So he said, whatever he thinks, he says. He doesn't hide. He's a boy like this. Whatever he thinks, he says. So he told the teacher, you don't know how to teach Dharma. He said that. Then he told to Lama Yeshe, he came up, and then he told Lama Yeshe that then Shira was telling him like this. I heard Lama Yeshe, Lama Lundu, like that. And so anyway, no, that was not the main point to say. So he was one of the learning and debating, I guess, one of the good students, intelligent student at Gabon. So then he was sent to translate translate philosophy in Nalanda in France, FPMT monastery. That's a real monastery. This is the sojongs abiding in the summer, because the rainy season, no? Abiding in summer. I mean, there would be other places no rain. So abiding in summer, yeah. And then releasing from that. So three things they do. They've been doing for a long time, yeah. So he has been that translated for Gechamba Tekcho. He was outstanding teacher in the Sarah Garden Devu Monastery. Outstanding teacher. Gechamba Tekcho. Then later he became abbot of Sarah Che. So he was before he became abbot, he was teaching in Nalanda, FPMT monastery, real monastery, doing functional monasteries. And so he was 10, 11 years, 12 years, something abbot there. So Gechamba Tekcho, so Sheriff, when we sent the Sheriff, or Lama sent to translate for Gechamba Tekcho philosophy. So, so he translated so many texts. And also Lama Tsongkhapa, after, the master program started, the Lama is in the Gechamba Jatso, discussed for 1 week at Kibon to range the subject. So, so at Lama Tsongkhapa Institute started a master program. So that Madhamika and Avatamagosha, Avasama Alankarika, and Avasama Alankarika, then graduate Tantra. I think graduate, the most extensive Tantra teaching by Lama Tsongkhapa. And then they can Zogrim, Ringasad, graduate completion. The girl I dropped the 5 stages. So, this is the subject, the most extensive teaching on the completion path. Wow, by Lama Tsongkhapa. Incredible teaching. So he was the original translator of the flow, all this, even Tantric, the Sutra and Tantra, the original translator. Then maybe Anna John, or they went over and to make the English better. So he was the original translator of this text in the master program. Like that. So now he is back. He is back again, Lama Tsongkhapa Institute, to help, because the publisher alone was not enough. So he was back again to help. So like that. So he, you see, after translating for many years in Nalanda, then he changed his life. Then he achieved arahatship. He achieved arahatship, lower nirvana. Lower nirvana he achieved. So he went to Spain. He lived in Spain. For quite a long time. So there he saw so many people who are working with him, I mean, doing same work. Many people, so much problem, so much problem in other relationship. They didn't say, but so much problem. He saw, he didn't have problem. He said, I don't have problem. I see so many people around him having so much problem because he know, because he said, I know Dharma, so I don't have problem. The people around him have so much problem. He said, this is what I want to tell you is this. So even Buddhism, but learning, how much you're able to learn, then you see, all this mental, all the problems, the concept, so much, So either your concept or you made your concept, build up, you make, I don't know how to say, like salad, or salad, people like salad, but many people like salad, but I don't know what. Have to say something. Just to make it unnecessary. You see, a problem in the life problem looks like that, but it's here, mind concept, the way of thinking. So much so become problem. Wow. You think that way, which then you see project the bad, project, then make everything difficult. You understand? So you see, if the positive mind, they even having cancer, you can make your life best. You can make your life most happy. If you are dying, you can make your life most happy. If your mind is positive, you understand? Your positive concept. Everything different mind. So, because like that. So it is even dying. The person who the concept think of death is a positive, bodhicitta, positive, so most happy. You understand? Most happy. You know where you're going. Even if first I'll tell this. He's been praying after, to be born in hell. He's been praying. People to be born in hell. He's been praying all the time, every day. So that's the Buddhist service. That's the Buddhist service. People, those who mind trained well in Lojong, in Bodhicitta, Lojong, thought transformation. So, for sentient beings, really want to be born in hell for others, for sentient beings. Those who has been born in hell, who will suffer for eons, heavy suffering. So much compassion. So you want to born hell to suffer for the sentient being. So the mind, the happiest mind. So they even praying every day, but the day when he's going to die, the Katama gets on. And so what happened was the appearance of Pure Land around him. And so he told his student, Getsul, the living person, about, today I didn't succeed in my prayer. His prayers were born hell, but Pure Land happened around him. Oh, then he said he didn't succeed his prayer. Like that. So for Bodhisattva, for Bodhisattva to be born in hell, it's more happy than Arhatas achieving the blissful state of peace for oneself, the liberation from samsara. You see, for yourself, forever, not a few months, a few days, a few hours, a few months, a few days, and a few years, then you fall some. No, forever. You understand? Wow. Free from, suffering pain, free from suffering birth, suffering old, suffering sickness, suffering death. Wow. So then suffering change, give to all those temporary something pleasures with the nature of suffering. Wow. Then free from third suffering, one from where the true suffering came, with a pervasive compounded suffering. That is the being under the control of karma delusion, pervasive. Compound, and then compound the suffering or delusion to rise, is it by major condition. So that. So this life suffering, Yeah. So anyway, free forever. Also from that. That's the main suffering where the Buddhist, should get renunciation from that. To renounce, to be free from that. That's what the Buddhist should, that's the main suffering what the Buddhist should be firm, should think how there's natural suffering and to wish to be free from that. So then you see, after achieving realization, renunciation of samsara, then you enter the path. So what I'm saying, so liberation from ocean samsara suffering means even from the third suffering, forever. So Bodhisattvas, happiness to be born in hell for the benefit of sentient beings, numberless sentient beings. So put them to those suffering in the hell, who has to suffer in the hell realms, numberless. For them. To for them to not be born in the hell realm for that. So happiness is greater than the arhat who is achieving liberation from oceans of samsara suffering, blissful state of peace for oneself. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? It's like that. Like that. The happiness. Bodhisattva's happiness. You understand? And you see, the Bodhisattva captain, Guru Shakyamuni Buddha's past life, Bodhisattva captain. There was 500 traders and business people going over the oceans I think to get jewel or whatever. And then 500 business people. So there was one man, dark person, the short bodies, holding a spear in the hand. So I was thinking to kill the 500 people. He had this mind. So Bodhisattva captain knew that. So otherwise, if he did that, then he will have to suffer for eons in the lower realm, in the hell, suffer so much. So I can't stand, Bodhisattva captain can't stand that. So much compassion to that man. So, of course, the business people also. So he thought to stop that. He killed this man in order to save the 500 people. He killed this man. Bodhisattva captain thought to kill this man. He killed this man. So let me to be born in hell instead of that person. Let me born in the hell, suffer for eons. He sacrificed himself. Captain, Buddha's captain. Shakyamuni, Buddha's past life. A long time ago. So unbearable compassion, wow, to the man, was going to find then born in the eons in the lower realm, then he was unbearable compassion. Then he thought, I get born in hell, suffer for eons, let him free from that. So then he killed, but think that then he killed. So what happened? Now you have to understand this. Don't forget. What happened? That's unbelievable. Of course, the action is killing. Action is killing. But it's positive action, not negative action. Positive action. Done with the unbelievable compassion, amazing compassion to the man. And then, so you see, cherishing that man. So, what happened? What's that? He became closer to be free from samsara by that. 100,000 years he became free from, that much became close to be free from samsara. That positive action, the killing which is become positive action by the bodhicitta. Bhagavad says great, unbearable, most unbearable. You give up your life to become on hell for that person. You understand? The killing, but it's so in the Mahayana, in Theravada, you see, it is not basically they don't have a capability to understand the killing, stealing, sexual conduct, telling lie. This seven actions. Slandering, gossiping, and then telling lie. Gossiping. So for three negative actions of body. Three actions. Three actions of body. 4 actions of speech. There's they do not have capacity to understand the seven can transform in the positive, can transform in the virtue. So don't have a capacity to understand. So therefore, it's also regarded as negative. But in the great vehicle, the seven actions are can be transformed in virtue. Can be transformed in virtue if it's done special, unbelievable, strong bodhicitta or great compassion. If it's done unbelievable, strong compassion like that, then the seven actions can be transformed to virtue. So anyway, so what happened? The captain is by keeping that man with the unbearable, incredible compassion, oneself to be born in hell for that person, or then to save that person to be born in hell. So purified. So it's it only became purification, not creating the karma. Only purification. So the kasuri, purified kasuri, it become close. 100,000 eons close to the achieve liberation from the oceans of samsara, raw nirvana. So like that. So, however it means close to enlightenment. That's what you should understand. Close to enlightenment. Like that. There are other, I'm sure there are many, but I don't know. There's some of the stories, but I don't have till now the time. So like that. So there's, I was, so mainly talking the, you see, the power of compassion, good heart, ultimate good heart, power of compassion, benefits of compassion. So Gautama Geshe said, I was trying to born hell, but when you die, for the benefit of sentient being, not him, for the benefit of sentient being. So then that day when you die, all the pure land happened. Vision of pure land. And then also this Bodhisattva captain. So 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 this this so anyway, I mentioned in Singapore also. The Kazure, but also I should mention here that so these are so important practice. What is the most important practice? What is the most important life? So the Kazure, you know the story about Asanga. So they are so the Kazure, he did retreat on Matthias as a media project. I think he did retreat on FPMT media with the project. So he did retreat on media project. Sorry, media. He did media. I think 12 years. I think 12 years or something like that. 13 years or 12 years. So you didn't see, it was unable to see Midya Buddha. Nothing happened. So he did 3 years, then nothing happened, then he left. I heard this place, you have to go quite a few hours from Budgaya. Where? Huh? The place in Budgaya. Huh? Gurpa. Gurpa. Place called Gurpa. Gurpa? Gurpa. So from Budgaya, a few hours, yeah? 6 hours or a few hours? Huh? 2.5 hours. So some places there. Some lamas went there, something like that. So since the road is not so, didn't become common, so maybe the road is a little bit difficult and climbing the mountains and like that. So came back and he saw, I don't know which one first, I'm not sure, it doesn't matter. That is all inspiration, so inspiring. So he saw a bird going in a nest inside the rock, a nest going inside and coming out with the wing touching the rock, and where there's a hole touching the rock. So rock got worn out. If the wing is soft, but the hard rock worn out by touching each time. So he saw that, and he then so inspired, why not I achieve? Why not I can achieve Midya Buddha? He again went towards. Then, after a few years, nothing happened. He left the retreat, and he saw one man with thread, with a fine thread, cutting the rock. He did like this, but the rock was hard rock was able to cut, the thread able to go down, able to go down. So then he got so inspired. Oh, the thread able to, able to cut, able to, they weren't solid rock. Why not I achieve Midya Buddha? So he went back again. So he did a few years retreat. Then nothing happened. Again he left. Then he saw a drop of water leaking on the rock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. And then the rock has got hole inside, worn out, the hole by the drop of water. So he was inspired by seeing that. They went back. So I think 12 years or something. Then nothing happened. He left. Then came down the road, he saw a dog, raw part of the body, full wounded and filled with maggots. So he felt so much compassion. I did chant, but I meant it with compassion. Compassion. I chanted, but it's meant to be compassion. So he unbelievable compassion he felt for the dog. So then he cut his, for the maggots to eat, they need food. So he cut his thigh, thigh flesh, then spread out there. And then he, by closing eye, he went to touch the maggot with his finger, might crush, so the tip of tongue to pick up, put on this flesh, So how much he went there to touch, but his tongue can never touch, nothing. So then he opened the eye, he suddenly saw Midya Buddha. There was the dog, the Midya Buddha. There was in the dog, it's a Midya Buddha. He saw, So he saw them, then he immediately grabbed the Midya Buddha, and why I didn't see you much earlier? He a little bit complained, so, So the Midya Buddha said, what do you want? And then he said, I want the teachings. Then Midya Buddha took him in the Pure Land, Dishita, not the ordinary Dishita, this Deva realm, but it's from the Deva realm of ordinary Dishita. Then, like the usually not all the time, usually the monasteries out of the city, usually on the mountains or little bit distance from the city, so for less distraction, to not have distraction like that. So for the Dharma practice, for the Vinaya practice, the moral conduct, the practice. So like that, Dishita Pure Land, Midya Buddha's Pure Land. Yeah. So took him there. So one morning of Tushita Pure Land, it's 50 years for human being, length of life. So gave teaching, Chamju Dea. So I was Samana Garika, then ornaments of Sutta the Jin, Uda Tantra, so I think 5 teachings of the Buddha, teachings of loving kindness. So then he Asanga brought down in the human world, he wrote 5 common traits, sadhana, for 5 divisions of the teaching, the sadhana, so he called it. So from there, it has been, I think thousands of many hundred years. So up to now, by starting those teachings taught by Maitreya Buddha, numberless beings become enlightened, become they become bodhisattva, so many beings become enlightened, achieve the total cessation, obscuration, completion of realization, sangye, they achieved numberless beings. From that teaching that Medeva gave up to now, still now happening. Still now, that's now they say since the Lama Disha wrote Lim the Pasturing Latrin, then that much simple integrated into Lambrim graduate Pasturing Latrin. So made so simple practice, so easy to practice. So since Lama Disha wrote that, so since the Lambrim title Lambrim became Lama Disha, since he wrote Lama the Pasturing Latrin. So that is on the basis of the Buddha teachings. So numberless being enlightened, not only became free from oceans or some suffering, but it became enlightened. So many. That is because benefits came from asangas generating great compassion to that, you see, what appeared dark, wounded dog. You understand? One asanga, one person, asanga's great compassion is generated. You understand? All that means unbelievable. So many sentient beings, numberless sentient beings, still happening. Still happening. Not only study words, meaning, depth, not only that, actualizing part revealed by that. This is happening. Still happening. You understand? So many got benefited. So numberless sentences. Wow. Now you have to get the idea. Then you can say, all like that. Then in Tibet, Kasuradi, one girl, I think, one family girl possessed by spirit. So they do many pujas, the lamas you can find around the area or whatever. So many pujas, nothing helped. So one day, one monk came begging. So one the simple monk, he wrapped up his head with Zen. The Zen is what we wear. So he wrapped his. I think before that, he was giving. I don't know the same monk. Maybe the same monk. I'm not sure. Maybe different monk, different. So gave her Gektor is Dharma food, for the interferers of the spirits. So you recite prayer, and give Dharma to the interferers. So the spirit, the girl who is possessed by spirit, also reciting prayer, same prayer. Was also reciting same prayer back to the monk. Same prayer back to the monk, you see. Through the same prayer. So they didn't help. So what happened, I don't know the same person or different person, but anyway, then what happened was this monk came and he was asked to do something else, but he did anything, he wrapped, his head was wrapped, but then like this he stayed for a while. So he generated compassion to the spirit, to that girl possessed by spirit. Then the spirit said, please show me, I will leave that girl. Probably said, show the path for the spirit. So then spirit left the girl. Only that. Before many pujas didn't help. You have to understand that. And then there's Catholic, I mentioned also Singapore that so story of Kandala. So one Muslim, this is Delton, India. So one Muslim died and was born as spirit. So he killed 6 people by possessing in din. He 6 people, one by one, then he killed by possessing. So the last one was Tibetan boy. The spirit possessed that one boy, Tibetan boy. So there were many pujas were done, didn't help. But the, normally would do pujas, the lamas or the didn't help. So, before there was some monk, good monk, but never had sleep for 13 years. Never had sleep for 13 years. You understand? So then somehow some lamas find out the Kandala can heal. So the monk was brought to her. Then she was able to heal. She never had to sleep for 13 years. You understand? Then she was able to help. So the lamas, some of the lamas were so surprised that she has capacity. Special capacity. That was very rare. So then this Tibetan boy was brought there, was possessed by a spirit. Done many pujas, didn't help. So brought him there in the Kandala's room. So the boy, you see, they possessed by spirit. Then Gen Zamling is the attendant of Kandala, pointed by his owners. So he hold the neck like this, threw away. You understand? Like that. He bought the Tibetan boy's leg, and whole body was completely stuck on the cement floor in the Kandala's rooms, completely stuck. So Kamala stood up and he patted on his leg, that dependent boy, the leg. She got unbearable compassion to the spirit, the unbearable compassion. And patted on the leg. Oh, then spirit want to leave. Then only then spirit want to leave. So that. Only then spirit want to leave. That's what happened. Then he was cute. The boy was cute. But many lamas, puja, didn't have. You understand? Keep this in mind. So there are many stories about good, ultimate good heart, bodhicitta. I mean, just giving up yourself for others, with a good heart. That's a, yeah. I don't remember the story clear, but yeah, anyway, doesn't matter, so I'm finished. Korean. Yesterday I mentioned, I was talking about samsara life, difficulties in samsara life, self-nature. But then I was, if I don't mention, then may not happen again. So I said how compassion is the most important thing in the life. I mentioned as a solution. I mean, it's, from where you can get all the happiness up to enlightenment. Unbelievable. So already I spoke, so some example. So I mentioned that yesterday. So, I want to tell this here, just for you to think, idea. So, really, so, how much of peace, happiness happens in the world? How much peace, happiness happens in the world? So that depends on how much compassion. The sentient beings, people, so the sentient beings live in this world, practice compassion. Depend on that, how much compassion they practice. So I say that, not the God first. First is sentient being. First is sentient being. In the Buddhist way, thinking from where Buddha comes, from where Dharma comes, where Sangha comes, who liberated from the us sentient beings from the lower realm and cause higher birth, and so then also to be Dharma and to be free from oceans of samsara suffering. We have, by taking reputed. And not only that, who frees from the Lord Nirvana and brings great Nirvana, full enlightenment. Sangye, total cessation of great completion, brings that. Who brings that? You, us, there, by taking refuge in Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. Where they come from? Are they? From sentient beings. Buddha come from the most present, infinite qualities come from sentient beings, as well as the Dharma, Sangha, easy to understand. Sentient beings are first. Sentient beings are first. Because cherish them, or they are precious, most dear, kind, most kind, your worshipful. However, sentient beings. Then second, God. Second as God. Those who believe God, Then second is God. Then world peace can happen. Perfect. Then world peace can happen in the world. Everywhere. Like that. But you think God first, you don't know who is God, but you think God first, send them in, kill, cheat, do all the bad things. You cheat, give all the bad things, take the best for you, send them in all the bad things. You understand? Total God, you pray in the morning, you pray afternoon, you pray, you shout, But God, you shout. I don't know whether you shout in God or not. But anyway, so, you see, then you don't know who is the God. also that's not a big question. Well, you know what is God. Maybe it is space. God, I don't know. No explanation what the God is. So anyway, if you are believing God, praying, but first sentient being, then second is God. Then it's happiness in all over the world, peace. Like that. So I say, yeah, on the basis of people believe in God, well, they can do that. Change. Whose kindness? Whose kindness you get happiness? Whose kindness you can solve your suffering? You can prevent your suffering. Whose kindness? The sentient beings. Oh, that. If that you come to know. I think, however, in the education, very important to learn kindness of the sentient beings, kindness of the others, the sentient beings, kindness, to learn as much as possible, to feel the kindness. So, yeah, so same thing in the country, same thing in family, same thing if you are alone, staying alone. See? Develop compassion to others. And as much as compassion you are able to develop, there's more happiness. There's more happiness for you. There's more happiness. The person has more happiness, more compassion there is. Oh, like that. Oh. Less problem. More happiness, less problem. So more compassion there. So as I mentioned, it's otherwise, if the motivation is only selfish, only looking for your own happiness, then you can't develop that interferes to develop the wisdom. The ultimate wisdom, realizing emptiness as well, even Dharma wisdom. So then you see, you're able to can't develop wisdom, so then you suffer. All of that. What I was going to mention yesterday was something I do know. I should finish with that. Yes, I emphasized even thought benefiting through some sentient being has incredible benefits. Made you collect unbelievable, much more than make an offering to the Buddhas. So I explained. I took all the time yesterday. Explained even just seeing Buddha, picture of Buddha, statue of Buddha, small or big, whatever. Just even merely seeing how much unbelievable merit you collect. Wow, amazing. So they to get an idea. So you see, so therefore, in the country, like I heard here, there's a Chinese statue nearby. I saw when I came to Malaysia first time, that time I saw distance. I don't remember 100% whether I went there or not. Maybe I went there, I'm not sure, with Tony Wang. He took me there. So maybe I went there, I'm not sure. But I saw from distance. To Konyan, the Chinese, female Chinese. So there. However, you see, so now you understand. Making large statue. Why large? Oh, larger it is, more people in the world come to see. Wow! So now you understand how many people collect unbelievable merit. Just merely, I told you yesterday, merely seeing the holy object, statue of Buddha, for example, I said yesterday. Wow. Then I mentioned offering Can you understand? So biggest statue built. So many people in the world come to see it. How big it is. You see the benefits. From there, then possibility to change the mind, more compassion nature, more loving kindness nature. Then you see to develop bodhicitta. Taking responsibility, taking all the responsibility of the sentient being, freeing from suffering, oceans of suffering, samsara, bring to enlightenment by oneself alone. You understand? Only then comes. You see, mind want to cause all the sentient being there up to enlightenment, all the happiness up to enlightenment, and free them from oceans of samsara suffering. From this so much merit, then comes positive mind. You understand? So then that's so they need a lot of merit. So they, you see, even you learn the philosophy about compassion, those things. Even you learn the extensive philosophy, just learn without collecting merit, no purification, just learn. That alone, not necessarily develop compassion. Also depends how you learn. Not necessarily develop compassion. So you don't purify the mind, do not collect merit, just study like university, not subdue your mind. Study. Not necessary to develop compassion from that. You understand? So we need a lot of merit to have realization. We need a lot of merit. So somebody who has a lot of merit, is even they hear, they receive the teachings in the past lives, imprint. So they receive very simple teaching, kind of condensed teaching, lamrim or something from the teacher, from the guru. Those people have much merit, heard teachings in the past lives, imprint, or they get realization. They get quick realization. Just by hearing words, they get realization. Wake up. You understand? But there's some other people, very clever, very intelligent. Many scriptures, they know many scriptures, they read many scriptures. So much to talk about, so much to say. But it's so difficult to develop compassion. So difficult to achieve realization. You understand? Even though there's much understanding, intellectual. But, you see, realization is difficult. There are differences like this. So you have to understand. Like that. And you see some people, they hear little Dharma from the Guru, little Dharma, but so much devotion, devotion. Then with that realization, impermanence, realization of compassion, emptiness, all this come easily. You see? That also like that. So that shows some, so much marriage quality or imprint like from past lives, all of that. So I want to finish what I mentioned. So here, by Nagarjuna, Chandra Sindel commentary of the Bodhicitta. So they also Nagarjuna said, Changju Senje Zamji ni Sunam Pumbo Kang Toba Kande Sujin Inani Nanga Kawa Lenel. Just by generating bodhicitta, the piles of merit received, if it is manifested in form, if it is manifested, the merit from bodhicitta, you collect from, you receive from bodhicitta, general bodhicitta, if it is in material form, it is more than sky. Sky is limitless. Sky is limitless. First of all, you have to get the idea. Limitless. Sky is limitless. So naga kama lena. So you get the merit generating bodhicitta in your heart. You get the merit more than sky. Higher than special nagaka. More than sky. So more than field whole sky. More than field whole. If it's material, then fill up whole sky. Not enough. Even more than that, or you get merit. Oh, that's what Nagarjuna said. And then he says, Kyu Kangshi Gejikzam, Changzhu Simni, Gomcheba, Te Suna Pungboni, Yaoi Jang Dangmeju. So, Kyu Kangshi, any capable being, just even 1 second. If you mention bodhicitta you see, even in 1 second. The merit of that, even the Buddhas, Java pictures once, picture of the, delusion, the distracting thought obscuration, then subtle obscuration, the shidip, to the foreign mind. So, who is the victor of that? Or the picture of the 4 malas. There are 4 gross malas and 4 subtle malas. So, with picture of that. So Buddha. Even Buddha is limitless. So even Buddha, Javayi can damages, even Buddha cannot count. It's numberless. Even 1 second generating bodhicitta, which even enlightenment for sentiment, in even 1 second. So merit you collect is even Buddha cannot count. Omniscient mind, understand past, present, Buddha cannot count. All like that. Then comes very the marriage haven't generated bodhicitta. If it's manifested in form, I think I would say more than sky. Sky is limitless. So fill up the whole sky is more than that. So then it said, kange cheme 장례지 젠든지 강 산제 신이 미강그 젠든지 강체데 진행거나 푸아베 kange 담모 자제데 자주든지 셈제나 잡았더니 제브라바 달탄에 맞춰서 사id. So kange cheme 장례지. So river Ganga, India. So this only talks about bodhicitta. It's not the river Ganga, India. It is mentioned by Japavanga, the Jinyingbo, only was receiving teaching Thakurumbache from his guru, Thakurumbache. So that's the note Pavanga mentioned. So he was explained by Thakurumbache, the great Lama. Explained that the Pacific Ocean is not the river Ganga when he talks about the benefits of bodhicitta. So Pacific Ocean, 10 grains of Pacific Ocean. So how many cent grains of Pacific Ocean? That many Buddha's world, cherishing. That many Buddha's world. So it's unbelievable. As I mentioned, the handful of sand, even that you can't count. Wow. So as many as the sand grains of Pacific Ocean, that many, that many Buddha's field, world, fill up with the 7 different jewels, gold and diamond and all that. Fill up. Then you offer to the Buddhas. Then somebody put palms together as a heart. May I achieve enlightenment for all sentient beings. What the benefit? This is much. Kangatama Jaji, the Chanjuna Simja, Chabat Chabraba. The in regards to collective merit, there's much greater, much exalted, much greater than before. They're making that much offering. Can you imagine? Wow. Tell much so, and it has no end. Limitless benefit, merit you cried. Wow. So now you see, even just generating bodhicitta, just may it be enlargement, not benefit for all sentiment, just a total benefit. You see, it just total benefit. Sentiment. Wow. Limitless merit, limitless merit you get. So, so then it says, when you actually do the work for sentient being, no question how much merit you collect. That is much. So unbelievable merit you collect, Even one sentient being. As I mentioned already, few examples, general compassion to one sentient being, unbelievable compassion, the benefit what you get. Wow, 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 wow. Amazing, amazing. I told him quite a few stories. So you have to understand from that. Wow, wow, wow. Then from there, you see how much you can benefit of the sentient being. Wow. From rising that compassion, even to one sentient being, wow, how much benefit you can benefit to the numberless sentient beings from that. Wow, 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 amazing, amazing. But 그래서 I think maybe then that's just something I left yesterday. Because I mentioned the destroying the self-chasing thought, like the problem would you have throwing like bombing, like your great demon, your great enemy, the self-chasing thought. I said, give it to that. Is it rather? This is another one, is it? Rather, I have this problem, I have this problem, make yourself more hopeless, or they give it to the self-chasing thought. Rather take only, give it to the self-chasing thought, destroy. So I mentioned it. So then, also at the same time, the real I, you throw bomb on that, the real I. That you see, which is hallucination. So, you see, so doesn't exist. As it doesn't. As never exists from beginningless, never exists. So then you seeing it doesn't exist. No. So that becomes a meditation on emptiness. So the emptiness of that, the real I. Not the emptiness of the middle level I, but the emptiness of the real I. So mented. So if you can meditate as long as you can. So this way, not only destroying self-chasing thought, practice bodhicitta, to able to practice actualize bodhicitta, cherishing others, then you destroy the opponent, the enemy, opponent, the self-chasing thoughts. Not only that, then also it becomes meditation emptiness. Two very important, the Mahayana teaching, because the special bodhicitta. Then other one is, very important to be free from oceans of samsara suffering. yourself, and you to cause numberless sentient beings to be free from oceans of samsara suffering. The major empty. So I think I did not finish that last. I thought but did not finish and got distracted and went on. So just to emphasize, I think it's very important meditation. If we can do meditation like this, it was unbelievable. Sorry. Manam jesung dela gobelo tai indijwe gotone drodeta daigo dalanja so le jebson but chirus very powerful word. Manam jesung dela gobelo cherishing the mothers, cherishing the mothers, and thought leading them in happiness. It is seeing that as the door from where limitless quality rises. So that means there all the happiness after enlightenment, all the realizations after enlightenment. The limitless quality. Seeing that as a door for rising, receiving the type in the limitless quality. So all the happiness after enlightenment and all the realizations after enlightenment comes from that. You are cherishing other sentence. You are cherishing. When you cherish, then you don't give harm. You lead to that sentient being in happiness. So, Thai indigenous Gotham, draw that target challenge. The mother sentient beings, draw and the transmigratory sentient beings. Draw the target challenge. Even they, even everyone. So desiring samsara realm is a divine tree. Desire realm, including us who are, we have attachment and six the sense objects and we desire realm, then form realm. Achieve through meditation, through shamatha. You achieve the stable, you achieve the firm contemplation, something. You see? So there's a form realm, then there's a formless realm, you achieve through meditation. All the samsara beings, samsara realm is divided in three, like this. That includes everything. So, the numberless sentient beings in each, numberless sentient beings in each. So every sentient being in desire, every sentient being in the formula, every sentence being formless, even they all become enemy to me. Even they all criticize to me. Even they all are against. They all get angry to me. Even they all become enemy. If they all, there's not even one sentence left, who don't get angry, who don't harm you. Everyone harm you. Everyone angry to you. All like that. Harm you, angry to you, criticize you. You understand? Even they all stand as enemy to me. So please bless me to be able to cherish them more than my life. To be able to cherish them more than my life. Oh, and the Guru Puja there, lots of teachings. That's Buddha's teaching, what Buddha said. You understand? To be able to cherish more than my life. Oh, please remember this. Otherwise, we have full of this, this, that passion, that, they're full of problems. You make many stories. Can do, no end. No end was by death. But then again, there's next life. So you understand. So like please bless me to cherish them. Them means all. See? Those who all become angry or criticize or harm to you. So enemy. Everyone. Not everyone send them left. Everyone enemy. So that even like that, but your side cherish them. More than my life. So that's okay. So please understand, keep in mind, cherishing even one sentence being causing happiness. Compassion to one, loving kindness to one, brings to enlightenment, brings all happiness from that positive mind. From the love and from the compassion. You understand? So please. So we have to use daily life. We have to use the teaching in our daily life. Otherwise, listen. Then after some time, I know this, I know that, I know this, I know that, I know this. Then that doesn't do anything to your heart. Your heart is worse than either your heart is same as before you met Dharma, or worse than before you met. Your heart is better before you met Dharma, but after you know Dharma, a lot of information, go worse. So much pride, and this and that, anger, substitution, thought become stronger because that the anger is stronger. Maybe before you met Dharma, it's weaker. Okay.